Hey, I'm Matthew. Listen, I want to give you a tip on to-do lists and how to-do lists can reduce the daily stress in your life. It's unusual for this to be a mental health discussion when we're talking about to-do lists, but I think you'll find this works. So I'm an entrepreneur. I'm working with many businesses. I work on hundreds of projects. I literally have hundreds of things that I need to get done at any one time. So I'm constantly prioritizing what I need to do and the people I work with, the teams I work with, and so on. And I'm wired in such a way that I'm always worried about getting things done. Now, I know not everybody's wired that way. But whether you're very casual about life or not, there's always things you need to get done. And chances are, if you're very casual about life and getting things done, even having a few things on your task list can be somewhat stressful for you. So the secret is simple. Have a task list. That's the secret number one, right? As simple as that. Have a task list. And I know everybody probably has some sort of task list at some form or another, but having one and relying on it is the big idea here, because you immediately take that anxiety of whatever you're trying to remember in your mind away from you. It completely clears that anxiety. You're no longer thinking, even think about just going to the grocery store. Oh, I got to pick up this, and this, and you could use certain memory techniques to remember all those things. But if you just put it down on a to-do list, whether it's on paper or on your phone or whatever it may be, it will significantly reduce your stress. You may not even realize how much it's reducing your daily stress and your mind working, because your mind's always working. I mean, subconsciously, it's always working. And you may not realize how much stress you're putting on your mind simply by having a list that you're trying to remember, or having lists in 5 or 6 different places where, again, it's not necessarily helping you, because now you're forgetting where this list is that, and you got to have this over here. Try to centralize everything into one list, and then just adjust that list as you go. So that's the first tip. Have a list, have a centralized list, not 20 different places. But here's the second part: is a lot of people who have to-do lists and follow this advice already, you may find that the to-do list is actually creating as much stress for you. And it's often because you're using the wrong methods or software or tools to maintain that list. So there's all sorts of project management systems and so on. And I've tried everything over the years because of my obsession with having to get things done and so on. And I have found that the best solution is the absolute most simple one. And I use a product called Workflowy, WORKFLOWY. There's other ones similar to Workflowy, but I discovered Workflowy a number of years ago, and I think it's great because of its simplicity. It's a simple text-based list. You can only do a limited number of things with it, and that simplicity is what makes it truly powerful. Again, there are other systems that are somewhat similar. A lot of other systems try to do a lot more with to-do lists, and I find just maintaining those systems actually gets in the way of you doing things, and it creates more stress and anxiety up in here, which is what you want to get rid of. So keep a to-do list, keep it centralized, and try to keep something that's super simple, and then just keep prioritizing. As you need to go, just keep prioritizing, and every time you get an idea, a thought, or anything, just put it down immediately on that list. You can use recordings as well, voice recordings, whatever it is. Just get it out of your head, get it on paper, on a recording, and I guarantee you that simple task, that simple approach, this simple idea will significantly reduce the daily stress in your life. Anyway, I hope you find that helpful. I'm Mathew Georghiou.